Samsung may be gearing up to launch the initial One UI 8 beta as early as June. While the company has stayed fairly silent on the next iteration of One UI, preliminary signs suggest internal development is progressing faster than usual. According to industry chatter, the beta version of One UI 8 might roll out this June, offering a head start compared to last year's schedule. This leak comes via Tarun Vats on X. He claims Samsung could shake up its usual strategy with a revamped testing roadmap for One UI 8, differing from how One UI 7 was handled. Galaxy community members, word is Samsung may unveil the One UI 8 beta in June, but as always, approach this with cautious optimism. Samsung is known for its strong track record in software updates, rarely falling behind. However, One UI 7's slower rollout caught users off guard. Historically, this seemed more like an anomaly than a trend shift in Samsung's release rhythm. Now that Android 15 is officially available on Galaxy phones, attention is naturally shifting to One UI 8. If Samsung kicks off next month, the rollout would mark a notably faster cycle. Still, Vats advises not to pin hopes too firmly on that date. Samsung's timelines often shift during development phases, so things remain uncertain. If a June beta does launch, Vats predicts the stable One UI 8, based on Android 16, could arrive as early as August or September. That would be significantly quicker than One UI 7's timeline. It's also important to note that One UI 7 was a massive update with major changes. In contrast, One UI 8 appears to be more about refinements and optimization than headline-grabbing features. Leaked internal testing on devices like the Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Galaxy S25 Ultra hint at a launch window around July or August 2025. This would coincide with Samsung's next-gen foldables. One UI 8 has been in active development across several Galaxy models, and we've recently explored early firmware builds. Although the new version is poised for a speedier release compared to One UI 7, Samsung is still actively refining it. The latest firmware includes some key UI updates. Let's begin with Samsung DeX, the feature that transforms Galaxy phones or tablets into a desktop-style interface. In One UI 8, Samsung has overhauled the DeX UI. Android 16 now introduces a built-in desktop mode for all Android devices, and Samsung has integrated elements of this interface into its own. Regular DeX users will notice immediate changes. The desktop now offers a centered taskbar, mimicking Windows, and centralizes app icons. Unlike in One UI 7, where the taskbar only showed open apps, the new version includes static app shortcuts. The app drawer has also been redesigned. One UI 8 displays all installed apps in a compact pop-up instead of a full-screen menu. Still, DeX largely maintains its previous look and feel. One UI 8 also brings enhanced quick panel controls to earlier Galaxy Buds models, similar to what's coming with Galaxy Buds 3 and Buds 3 Pro. Pressing and holding the volume bar in the quick panel now opens a menu to adjust volume and toggle features like ambient sound and noise cancellation. Although controls for 360 audio and EQ settings are currently missing, that's likely because this isn't the final software version. Samsung has also refined several UI components in One UI 8, especially the frosted glass background effects in pop-up windows. Unfortunately, no major new features have surfaced yet. Samsung seems focused on polishing existing tools, but we remain optimistic they have a few surprises lined up, possibly tied to the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Flip 7, which are expected to ship with One UI 8 and Android 16. So, when can we expect this next major Android 16 firmware upgrade? Samsung's One UI is a cornerstone of what differentiates Galaxy devices. With One UI 7 officially launched on April 7, 2025, focus is already turning to One UI 8. This upcoming update, built on Android 16, could introduce notable improvements. Rumors indicate it may arrive earlier than expected, potentially shifting Samsung's usual software release strategy. The beta phase, device compatibility, and implications for Galaxy users are now hot topics. Historically, Samsung aligns major One UI releases with Android's annual upgrade cycle, usually landing in Q4 around October or November following Google's stable Android rollout. For example, One UI 6 launched on October 30th, 2023, while One UI 7 arrived late on April 7th, 2025. However, insider reports suggest One UI 8 might buck this trend. Speculation points to a July 2025 release to align with Samsung's second wave of foldables, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7. This rumor stems from hints that Samsung is accelerating its timeline to match Google's earlier Android 16 rollout, possibly debuting by June or July 2025. If true, this would mark Samsung's fastest major One UI update yet, possibly a corrective move after One UI 7's delay. Samsung's beta programs give enthusiasts early access to new features, and One UI 8 should be no exception. Based on patterns and a projected July release, the beta for One UI 8 could begin in June 2025. The beta typically starts with Galaxy S series devices, then expands to foldables and mid-range phones. One UI 7's beta began on December 5, 2024, with the Galaxy S24 and later reached the S23 series, Z Fold 6, Z Flip 6, and more by March 2025. If Samsung sticks to this phased rollout, One UI 8 testing should begin with the Galaxy S25 series, then extend to models like the Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6. Beta participation will likely be available via the Samsung Members app in regions like the US, UK, India, Germany, and South Korea, letting users try features ahead of official release. Eligible devices for One UI 8? While Samsung hasn't published an official list yet, its update policy helps determine which models will qualify. Flagship devices like the Galaxy S24 series are promised up to 7 years of OS updates. Others are guaranteed 4 years of Android upgrades and 5 years of security patches. Based on that and the One UI 7 rollout, the following devices should receive One UI 8. Galaxy S25 Edge, S25, S25 Plus, S25 Ultra, S24, S24 Plus, S24 Ultra, S24 FE, S23 series including S23 FE, S22 series, Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7, expected to debut with One UI 8, Fold 6, Flip 6, Fold 5, Flip 5, Fold 4, Flip 4, Galaxy Tab S10 Plus, S10 Ultra, Tab S9 series, and possibly mid-range phones like the Galaxy A55 and A35. Older devices such as the Galaxy S21 series may no longer be eligible due to support expiration. If One UI 8 arrives by July 2025, it could mark a significant shift in Samsung's software strategy, delivering Android 16 enhancements with its latest foldables, showcasing the brand's adaptability. While we await official confirmation, the idea of a faster One UI 8 launch is exciting for Galaxy enthusiasts. Could this be Samsung's most agile update yet? Samsung Secure Folder is a native feature that lets Galaxy users hide apps and files from unauthorized access. Although it places content in a separate profile protected by a screen lock, a flaw in Secure Folder allows visibility of hidden apps and images. Samsung didn't officially acknowledge the issue, leaving users guessing about a fix. A new leak claims Samsung may address this with One UI 8. The issue stems from how Secure Folder functions. It uses a work profile, separate from the personal one.